All right, imagine this. You're at a party, and someone hands you a shiny golden ticket. But here's the twist. This ticket isn't made of paper or gold. It's purely digital. Sounds wild, right? Welcome to the world of Bitcoin, where money isn't something you can hold in your hand, but rather something that lives in the magical land of the internet. Let's dive into how this crazy idea turned into a global phenomenon. What even is Bitcoin? First things first, Bitcoin is a type of digital money, often called cryptocurrency. But instead of being issued by a government like dollars or euros, it's completely online. Think of it as internet cash created by an anonymous person or group of people who went by the mysterious name Satoshi Nakamoto. And here's the kicker, there's no central bank, no middlemen, and no one calling the shots. It's all run by a bunch of computers working together around the world. A nerdy dream come true. When Bitcoin first popped onto the scene in 2009, it was mostly a plaything for tech geeks and computer whizzes. Picture a bunch of hackers and coders huddling in dark basements, talking about how cool it would be to have a currency that wasn't controlled by banks. They wanted something that was decentralized, meaning no one could boss it around, not governments, not banks, not even Satoshi themselves. Bitcoin's appeal. It was like digital gold. There was a limited supply, only 21 million Bitcoins will ever exist, and it was designed to get more and more difficult to mine over time. But instead of digging in the dirt with a pickaxe, people mined Bitcoin by solving complex math problems with their computers. It was the ultimate nerd challenge, from pizza to millions. At first, Bitcoin wasn't worth much, like almost nothing. In fact, the first real-world Bitcoin transaction was for 2 pizzas, costing a whopping 10,000 Bitcoins. Today, those pizzas would be worth millions. Let that sink in for a second. As more and more people started paying attention, Bitcoin's value began to skyrocket. Suddenly, it wasn't just for the nerds anymore. Investors, big companies, and even your cousin who's always ahead of the trend started jumping on the Bitcoin bandwagon. It went from being worth pennies to thousands of dollars in just a few years. Crazy, right? The roller coaster ride. But don't get it twisted. Bitcoin's rise has been anything but smooth. Its value has been on a wild roller coaster ride, with insane ups and downs. One minute, it's the hottest thing on the market. The next, it's crashing down. Imagine being on a theme park ride where you're not sure if you'll end up screaming in excitement or sheer terror. The thing is, Bitcoin is super volatile because it's still pretty new, and people can't always agree on what it's actually worth. Plus, since it's not tied to any government or physical asset, its value is based mostly on what people think it's worth. If a big-name investor tweets something positive, the price can soar. But if someone says it's doomed, watch out below. The future, to the moon or bust. So what's next for Bitcoin? Well, that's the $1,000,000, or should we say million Bitcoin question. Some folks believe it's the future of money and will eventually replace traditional currencies. Others think it's just a passing fad that will crash and burn. The truth? Nobody knows for sure. But one thing's certain, Bitcoin has sparked a revolution in how we think about money. Whether it ends up being the gold standard of the future or just a flash in the pan, its rise has been nothing short of legendary. So whether you're a hardcore believer or just a curious bystander, keep an eye on Bitcoin. Who knows? The next chapter in its story might just be the most exciting one yet.